Welcome to the Bayou City Soccer Podcast. Whether inside or outside the loop, we are talking everything soccer in Houston. Y'all ready? Let's get it.
Welcome back to the Bayou City Soccer Podcast. We're pleased to be joined today by Houston Dynamo 2 interim head coach Jeremy Hurdle. Jeremy, how's it going?
Great, doing well. Happy to be back on here. Always love chatting with you guys.
Yeah, we got to talk to you before the season started. Since then, 3 games, 3 wins for you guys. Have you been impressed by this start for you guys, and what stood out for you in these first 3 games?
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, of course, it's a great way to start the season. You know, we're happy. We have positive energy right now. I think everyone, it's one thing to win games, right? It's great, but there's a certain feeling within a team when you know that you're playing well. And that's the vibe we have right now. So we'll keep pushing, keep riding that wave for as long as we can.
And part of playing well, 3 games, you guys haven't conceded a goal yet. What's been the key for you guys defensively to be so good back there?
Yeah. We every far the back line has changed a little bit. We've played two different goalkeepers as well, so it's really positive to see those shutouts, those clean sheets. No matter who's playing. Of course, credit goes to guys in the back line and big saves from our keepers as well. But the main thing so far that I think if people who have watched the games will notice is the collective defending. The 11 guys dealing with whether it's defending in a block or making a collective sprint to slow down a transition moment. It's just guys working together and covering each other's backs.
Yeah, we hear a lot about that, especially in the modern game, all 11 players defending, all 11 players bought in, especially, at the youth level where you've coached Dynamo 2, a lot of younger guys. How big is that getting those guys on the same page like that and being able to really work together as a 11 player unit?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, there's different ways to play the game, right? You see teams that have maybe superstar guys or different profiles, or they want to play more transitionally. They might leave players out of their defensive work a little bit to kind of leave them higher up the field. That's not in the Dynamo model. That's not how we work. We attack and defend together. So those young players that you're talking about, they know that from their time in the academy, and that bleeds through and gets even stronger in the second team and the first team. So sometimes it's reminders, but it's what we do in training every day, whether it's a 3v3 or 11v11. So it should be natural for them, and I think it's a mark of respect to your teammates. And we respect each other, so we work for each other.
Yeah, and we look at your guys' attack, 5 goals in the win over Portland last weekend. You guys have 11 goals this season. Really good on offense for you guys. What's been clicking for you guys up front? I know you have a number, like you said, on defense, a number of different guys offensively too who are contributing.
Yeah, it's 11 goals and 10 different goal scorers, I believe, which someone told me yesterday. So that's exciting. I think I told you in the last call, I felt like we were a technical team with a lot of ability. We have good attacking players. And I think my job and our goal as a team is to try to get those guys on the field in spots where they can impact the game. And if we can play well enough in the build up and sometimes win the ball in good areas in the press, which is things we've been doing so far, then those guys are going to have space and opportunities to create. And right now, the execution in the final third, whether it's collective or individual moments, is clicking. So long may it continue.
Yeah, one of your attackers, I know we got to talk to him recently, Matteo Di Morelli. He got named to the US U17 roster today. We saw what have you seen from him? I know he's still a very young guy, but what have you seen from him that's been so impressive?
Yeah, he played the first game for us as a winger. The past couple games he's played as a wing back. It hasn't the role is different. He's moved from the right side of the field to the left side of the field. It didn't slow down his production at all. Like you said, he's a young guy, but this is his third year with D2. So he's gone from being, an exciting player training in the group to getting some minutes off the bench to being a starter with responsibility, a guy that we rely on now. So his consistency and his mentality is probably the most impressive thing. And that's one of the hardest things to have as a young player, is to be at your highest level all the time, and he seems like he's able to do that.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that mentality. You mentioned being with a group of so many guys that are young players, so young professionals. What have you liked about the mentality of this group so far? And do you feel it's different, maybe like an edge with them this season?
Yeah, I mean, it's the group, the roster, as you know, is changed a lot since last year. So the mentality is, as I said before, it's a really close team. I have a leadership group. Those guys are working really hard to make sure the group is as united as possible, even with off-field stuff, because we really believe that translates. Um, but the group is really competitive. There's guys who are not playing so much right now, who are top players and are having to be patient for their opportunities. So when you have a group like that, the guys stay really hungry. We compete every day on the training pitch, and guys know when they get their chance on the field that they need to show what they can do. So that's a situation that you have to manage a little bit, but I think that's kind of the key to what's going on right now.
I know we got to talk the other day to Augustine Resch, who is one of your players, but you haven't really got to see him yet because he's spending a lot of time on loan with the senior team. What have you seen from him just in trainings and how impressive he's been being able to step in with the first team as well?
Yeah, I mean, he spends a lot of time in training with the first team. He started there in preseason and obviously did well. He has come in with us for some training and obviously the game. But he comes into everything with a great mentality, coachable, open to learning, trying to figure out how we do things at Dynamo after being at Seton Hall. And the times where he comes in with us and the second team in training, it's a presence thing in the back line. He helps some of the younger guys. He coordinates. So he's the exact kind of guy that we really like to have around the group, especially to help with some of the younger players.
Yeah, and we look ahead to this weekend, North Texas coming in, Texas Derby for you guys and for the first team. We kind of like the first team. You guys have this long stretch of home games. It'll be your fourth game at SaberCat Stadium. How important is that for you guys to establish that early season momentum?
Yeah, we've talked about that a lot. The home games are always important, but when you get four in a row to start and then we go away for 10, um, that's even more important, right? It's difficult to be on the road. So yeah, the home games are important. The home games in a derby with that pride on the line, really important there. So we're gonna do everything we can to get the job done on Saturday.
Yeah, and you look at this North Texas team, what kind of challenges do you see from them? And from your guys, like you mentioned, it's a derby. There's going to be the emotions and things. Do you kind of have to go over that with the guys that you said it's a lot of new guys this season? Do you kind of have to tell them, hey, let's keep it in check?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, hopefully I don't have to tell them to keep it in check. Emotional control is an important part of being a pro player, but you have to you don't play without emotion, right? You have to use the emotion in the right way. And I think again with the leadership group and some of the experienced guys we have on the roster, I'll say my piece, but those guys know what the game means and knows how it needs to be handled, and I think they'll get that message across, in training this week and pregame. But yeah, North Texas, they're always a good team. We've been watching them, really dangerous attacking team, some really good individuals, and they'll be playing for that Texas pride as well. So I'm anticipating a really difficult game. We'll have to be at our best.
You mentioned it a little earlier, and I know you're looking at North Texas, but a 10-game road stretch is kind of a strange thing to see right in the middle of the season. How do you prepare a group to be on the road like that? I know you guys will be back and forth, Houston training off to games, but how do you prepare, especially this young group of players, for something that can be, probably mentally pretty draining.
Yeah, I mean it's tough, but we don't prepare for the away games any differently than we do for the home games. We scout the opponent, we make sure we're as fresh and prepared as possible. Players have to find their own routines to figure out, what they need to do on the road to play at their best. If they don't know in the beginning, they'll have time to figure it out. Maybe game one or two, you try a couple things out, but by game 10 on the road, we should be pretty used to it. So it'll be a learning curve, but I've got confidence in the group, and we'll make the adjustments that we need to. But we'll approach those games same as we're approaching the games we're playing right now at home.
Yeah, and as the season progresses, it's great for you guys to be winning games, putting up points, being top of the table, but it's also about developing these guys, right? Developing them to eventually get to the first team or even bigger goals than that, playing it all over the place. So what are you hoping to see from these guys this season as they continue to develop, just as a team, really, as this season progresses?
Yeah, I mean, we're here to, like you said, develop players and serve the first team as best we can. So we already have examples like Resh and Arana, obviously, what was a second team player and first team player. Gilberto Rivera was on the bench last week. So in the short term, we want to make sure that we're there, and if the first team needs guys, we have players who are playing at a level where they can step up if needed and contribute to the first team. And yeah, longer term, we're going to keep pushing our best young guys to find the opportunities that they need to be there in the future.
Yeah, and I know there's been a lot of talk about development and, the Houston kids, especially. You're around these guys every day. Are you seeing this? I think fans are talking about, okay, this wave is coming, right? These 14, 15, 16-year-olds that are coming up through the academy. Are you seeing that that's going to be, with that first team in a couple of years' time?
Oh, 100%. I mean, you can feel it in the club. You look at the guys that are really, not just on the second team roster right now, but impacting the second team. Even with a lot of these pro players that we've added to the second team roster this year, we've still been younger than all the three opponents we've faced. So, and there's guys underneath the second team right now that are knocking on the door as well. So, there's a really talented group of players coming through, and it's our job to make sure that we find them opportunities when we can.
Yeah, no fans will be very excited to hear that, as especially as the club continues to do well, from first team to second team all the way down to the academy. Jeremy, before we let you go, I know another home game for you guys this weekend. It's a Texas Derby, free tickets for everybody. What can the fans expect to see out of this Dynamo 2 team?
Yeah, hopefully we see more of the same, really exciting attacking soccer. I think that anyone who's attended the game so far is probably ready to come back. And I'll add that the all the academy teams, they play Dallas on the same day at Houston Sports Park. So and we play at 5, so you can go watch, 18s, 16s, D2, make a day of it, tailgate the game a little bit. But no, it should be good, and we're looking forward to it. Hopefully 3 points on Saturday.
There you go. He's Houston Dynamo 2 interim head coach Jeremy Hurdle. Jeremy, we always appreciate getting to chat with you, and we'll do it again soon.
Thanks a lot, Dustyn.